The world does not respect empathy. It respects strength. If you expose your vulnerabilities, the weak will mock you, and the ruthless will weaponize them against you. Welcome to Obsidian Psyche. Today, you learn how to turn your mind into an unassailable fortress. Most people bleed openly, desperate for validation, crying out for sympathy in a world that only feeds on blood. But the powerful few understand a brutal truth. Emotional exposure is tactical suicide. As Machiavelli wrote, "It is far safer to be feared than loved, if you cannot be both." When you reveal your doubts, your fears, or your desperation, you hand your enemy the exact blade they need to execute you. You must stop seeking comfort in the arms of a predatory world. You must learn the ruthless discipline of absolute psychological dominance. The first secret of absolute dominance is controlling your internal exposure through strategic emotional silence. Nietzsche observed that whoever fights monsters should see to it that in the process he does not become a monster. But more importantly, he noted that when you stare into the abyss stares back into you. When crisis strikes, the average person screams, panics, or seeks immediate reassurance. They broadcast their panic to the world. The master of dark psychology does the exact opposite. You must maintain complete vocal and facial neutrality, regardless of the chaos unfolding around you. Silence creates an unreadable aura. When people cannot read your emotions, they cannot predict your next move, and human beings naturally fear what they cannot predict. The second secret is mastering the law of absolute unpredictability. Sun Tzu taught in The Art of War that all warfare is based on deception, and when strong, one must feign weakness, but when weak, one must feign strength. Most people are completely predictable because their reactions are dictated entirely by their immediate impulses. If someone insults them, they react with anger. If someone praises them, they respond with gratitude. They are puppets dancing on strings pulled by everyone else. To command absolute respect, you must cut those strings. Never react in the manner people expect. When attacked, respond with a calm, penetrating stare or a quiet, chilling agreement. When challenged, do not defend yourself. Let your unpredictable restraint make others question their own footing. The third secret is the weaponization of deliberate absence and distance. Marcus Aurelius reminded us that you always have the option of having no opinion, and that there is never a need to get anxious or trouble your soul about things you can't control. The weak are terrified of being forgotten, so they constantly force their presence, speaking endlessly just to fill the quiet air. They exhaust their mystery and cheapen their value. Power operates through scarcity. When you make yourself constantly available, you become ordinary, disposable, and easily parsed. By strategically withdrawing your attention, your presence, and your energy, you force others to contemplate your absence. You make your attention a rare currency that must be earned, never assumed. The fourth secret is suppressing the instinct to explain or justify your actions. Carl Jung famously wrote that, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Weak individuals are haunted by a constant need for external approval. When they make a decision, they instantly offer explanations, excuses, and justifications, begging the world to agree with their choices. Every explanation you give is an implicit admission that the other person has authority over you. You must eliminate the impulse to defend your decisions. State your position once, with absolute clarity, and then remain silent. A confident command requires no footnoted justification. The fifth secret is adopting the ruthless posture of stoic detachment. The world will attempt to break you by targeting your personal attachments, your pride, and your desire for comfort. If your internal peace depends on external conditions, you have already surrendered your sovereignty. Powerful minds treat circumstances not as personal tragedies but as cold, clinical variables to be calculated and manipulated. You must cultivate a mind that views chaos with absolute detachment. When others panic, you analyze. When others break down emotionally, you execute strategy. Your lack of emotional volatility will cause others to naturally submit to your steady, unyielding presence. The sixth secret is the mastery of controlled eye contact and micro-expressions. Your eyes are either a window that reveals your hesitation, or a mirror that reflects the terror of your adversary. The weak break eye contact quickly, glance downward in submission, and offer nervous smiles to diffuse tension. The dominant individual holds eye contact with unwavering intensity, unblinking and unbothered by social awkwardness. When someone attempts to posture or intimidate you, hold their gaze without flinching. Let your silence stretch past the point of comfort. The first person to look away or speak to break the tension has lost the psychological upper hand. The seventh secret is building an impenetrable inner shadow that remains hidden from public view. Jung spoke extensively about the shadow, the dark, unacknowledged aspect of the human psyche that most people deny out of fear. The weak pretend to be harmless, disguising their lack of power as moral virtue. But a person who is incapable of destruction is not good. They are merely harmless. True dominance requires you to integrate your shadow, recognizing your capacity for ruthless execution, while keeping it under absolute conscious control. Let people sense the dark potential beneath your quiet demeanor. When the world knows you possess the capability to inflict severe strategic damage, they will think twice before attempting to cross you. You now hold the keys to unshakable psychological dominance. Never react, never explain, and never surrender your internal state to the chaos of the world. The weak will continue to bleed out their emotions, begging for mercy from a world that offers none. You, however, will walk with cold precision, armored by silence, restraint, and calculated mastery. If this message resonated with your search for self-mastery, subscribe to Obsidian Psyche immediately. Turn on notifications so you never miss a drop of dark wisdom. Leave a comment below with your thoughts on controlling emotional weakness. Think deeper. Feel less. Know more.